Mike Owens with Inside Fighting, joined today by Luke Rockhold, who returns to action on the Misfits Ring of Thrones card, facing Darren Till in Manchester next weekend. Luke, great to sit down and chat. How are your emotions ahead of this next fight?
Just getting more and more comfortable as the day goes. As the training slows down, as you go through the training process, it's ups and it's downs, and you beat. But I'm getting through it right now, and I'm feeling better than I've ever felt.
Well, I was surprised to check your Wikipedia today and see that you've been out of competition for a year because it doesn't feel that long since your last fight. Why, when you wanted to make the return to competition, why was this fight against Darren Till the right next move for you?
I think this fight with Till has been something that's going to be like a foregone conclusion. I thought we were supposed to fight. Uh, there's not a lot of credible opponents out there or game to fight in all realms.
Hmm.
Till talk about people who took time off. Till took I don't know how many years off did he take, and then he just had a couple fights with some
Hmm.
average cunts. So uh, we'll see. I think this fight is it's gonna be good. I think we'll see how hard Till's training because I know I put my work in and I'm ready to fight.
It's not an uncommon transition for MMA fighters to move over to the boxing realm. Has taking professional boxing fights always been on your mind and a potential interest for you?
I think it is now. It wasn't at the time. I was not focused on boxing. I was focused on fighting. Uh, as the years have gone by, I've gotten better at boxing. My hands have been kind of the last art I've kind of closed in on, and I'm enjoying it more and more now. So I'm ready. I'm ready to throw hands. It's nice not to throw kicks. It's nice not to wrestle. It's interesting to just to lock myself in a space and just throw hands. It's challenging. I like the new now.
If we were to treat your skill set as a martial artist, what would you rate your boxing on a scale of 1 to 10 relative to all your other skills?
I'm getting good at this thing. I'll tell you that. I'm getting good and I'm hitting hard. I hit harder than anybody. It's hard to rate skills because there's intangibles that you have. What I can tell you is there's not a man in front of me that I'm not going to put in ice skates. There's not one boxer I don't think I can't hit. I'm going to hit everybody. And it's, how much can you take? That's the question. Darren's going to get hit. He's going to get tested harder than he's been ever tested in boxing. I mean, he's obviously quit a couple times in the fight game, but this is boxing and it's different for sure. There's a different strength. There's a different toughness to taking boxing kids. Like there's a toughness to grappling to defense, the toughness to kicking defense. Boxing is different. And you end up try to press and try to find each other's breaking point, and see how many times he's been on the Charlie in Ibiza. I'm gonna test that shit. I'm gonna see how many times. I see you, Darren. I know you're out there. You better put the work in, otherwise I'm gonna break your ass.
You seem to be getting a good grasp of the Scouse lingo with what you've just said there.
Yeah, I got a scouser in my corner.
Right, okay. Who's that?
Liam Vaughn.
Oh, right, okay. Um, what have you made of Darren's pre-fight comments? Darren always has a lot to say in the build-up to these fights, but I've got some notes here. He called you 56 at one point. He called you old and frail, and he said you quit in your fight against Mike Perry. So what have you made of some of his comments going into this next one?
Mate, he keeps trying to relate like bare knuckle boxing has anything to do with boxing. It's absolutely different. It's the dumbest fucking sport in the world. There's no there's not a lot to it. And you realize in that space that I should be boxing, not doing this dumb shit. Darren is, you know, Darren ran away from the sport. He's trying to build his confidence back up. He fought a couple bums and whatever he wants to use to keep himself in this fight. But I'm gonna hit this motherfucker. And I don't think he's gonna get back up.
I have to ask you this, and I ask you this because use of steroids is a very big accusation in combat sports. What did you make of Darren insinuating that you were a steroid user or a performance enhancing
But
drug user? I should say.
yeah, I mean, I think Darren's out of it, like he's out of his mind. I think he's fucked off too much. I don't think he gets it. I don't think he understands. Like I said, I've been working. I knew these fights were coming. I've gotten offers to fight, and I've been training. I used the stupid GFL thing to train, just to focus myself to train. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I still train. While he's making these accusations, he's probably eating like a fat pig out in the fucking clubs on the stage at Fisher's show, looking like a 60-year-old man on stage, charlied out of his mind. I see. I've got it all. You do your intel, I do my intel. But I heard you're looking like the oldest man in the whole fucking club when your drug dealer brought you on stage, boy. So don't be accusing me of anything if you're not putting the work.
I caught up with Tony Ferguson last week ahead of his Misfits debut, and he was talking about he's got a novice-like mentality going into this fight. He's treating it as his record is 0-0, and he's trying not to lean too much on his experience from other combat sports, notably MMA. Do you take a similar approach, or do you use your experience from other combat disciplines to help you going into this one?
I mean, I can isolate my combat experiences. I think Tony is he's all over the place. And yeah, if I was Tony, I'd think that way too, so I don't throw out spinning back elbows and get disqualified. Um, I'm definitely going to use my experience and you got to control the space in there. There's a bit of wrestling, there's a bit of control, there's mind games. So I'm going to use everything I got.
In your mind, past the paycheck and the bragging rights and kind of winning this mini rivalry, what's on the line next Saturday night in Manchester for you?
Everyone knows there's big fights. There's big fights out there, and this is the fight that puts us in that category. So I think Darren knows what's on the line. I know what's on the line. There's millions of fucking dollars on the line, and I want it all. And I want Darren's head. That's all. That's all it is, man.
What constitutes the big fights that are potentially on the horizon after a win next weekend? What names come to mind?
Obviously, there's Jake. Obviously, there's Jake. Obviously, there's anything you want. This is the type of fight that puts you in the talks for anything you want. So everything comes with hard work and a big right hand.
Do you think Jake's watching? Think Jake will be watching the fight?
Oh yeah, Jake's watching.
I love it.
I know Nikisa's watching. I know Jake's watching. I know everyone's paying attention for sure.
100%. Last question from me, Luke, and thank you for your time. When the fight ends in Manchester next Saturday and people either leave the arena or turn off the TVs, what do you want people to be saying about your performance?
I don't want people to have much to say, but just be happy. You know, I want people to, I want people to fucking have fun. I want people to go rage. I want to give them the energy to fucking go out and fucking murder the night. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna murder someone, so I want them to have a good time. I know the UK boys like to have a good time, so I'm gonna give that energy.
I love it. Luke, thank you so much for your time. Have a great and safe rest of camp and obviously a safe journey over here and best of luck for the fight next weekend.
Thank you.